Here is the next little thing that Uber came
Right?
with.
Halfway through the week, Chris. Halfway through the week, here comes Uber. He goes like, Serge.
Come
I
back
go,
to
yeah,
me.
Uber, what's happening? They go, look at this guarantee, juicy guarantee we have. I'm like, if I hadn't had Lyft, I would have definitely done this, do like those beautiful $3 chips. Remember that video I put out where my head blew up?
Yeah.
With those $3 and $2.90 trips? I would have done 120 of those in like 4 days and I would have been done with it. Except that. So what did the Uber say? See, this is what threw me off. Actually, I was going to do this too, but I didn't because I was doing Lyft anyway. But look what it says on the left screenshot, people. Complete your first trip by April 23rd, 2024 to unlock this offer. Okay, earn at least $11.70. This is a guarantee. This is not a bonus. When you complete 120 trips in Los Angeles, okay, within 30 days of activation for rides. Uber. I've been on your platform for 8 years, Uber. I'm not activating anything. This is like a newbie kind of a guarantee that you guys sent. I am not sure if you guys don't know if I've been on the platform for 8 years. So I was like, even if Lyft hadn't sent me this, I probably would not have done this for the fact that, see, this is exactly why, people. I always tell you guys what? Read the small print. There is basically, if you don't read the small print and do this, and then Uber says, oh, by the way, you've been on the platform for 8 years. We're not going to pay you that guarantee. They can do it. They can definitely do it. All right. So I was like, no, thanks. A couple of people said, call support and ask them. I'm like, what? Not a goddamn chance. Okay, here's Lelius. Of course, he has to toot his horn. Buddy, I gave you your chance, behind the wheel. You didn't want to do it. It's not a competition. If you want to compete one of these days, we can definitely do that. But anyway, so Uber sent me this guarantee the same week as Lyft did. I'm not going to do this. There's no way. Why would I do it? And then Uber reneges and says, oh, you're not new. You've been around for a while. I'm like, oh, no. Imagine trying to get your...
That's the thing, though. That's where you take the screenshots. Hey, you shouldn't have offered this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but they could easily say, look, you're not new. We made a mistake. We're not going to pay you. I mean, I don't want to deal with any of that black hole support or anybody else with that shit, right? So if you guys get these kind of guarantees, please do read the fine print. Everything Uber sends you, even if you don't think it's important. All right. So there you go.
All right. And then to go on even a little bit further, another driver had this.
Yeah. They did the same thing to him. And then, you know how you do like 5,000 trips or whatever? They go like, hey, Serge,
congratulations. You got 5,000 trips. Oh,
yeah, you get nothing for it.
$5,000 or you're going to give me a little thing that says congrats 5K and some weird lettering and a picture of a car, because I don't care about that shit. I want some money.
And this driver sent me this, and I thought it was kind of appropriate that I got the same thing at the same week. And a couple of people in the chat are saying that I know driving style, I can do it, but I don't want to chance it because I think Lyft is going to come around this weekend again. But he said, I just received an attachment from Uber. I started driving in March 2022. The guy is basically new, like less than a year or a year. By my math, that is 2 years. Okay, 2 years, sorry. It's all the little mistakes like that make me wonder what other mistakes. Well, I know who you are, but if you watch us, you know what other mistakes they're doing. Just plain screw ups Uber is making. If Uber can't get this little thing right, which is true, why should I have faith in bigger things like the algorithm that determines my pay? You shouldn't. Nobody says you should. Look,
you got to screenshot everything.
Yeah, screenshot everything, screen record everything. And at best, I'm a healthy skeptic of these companies, if not a brutal criticizer of these companies. But they did the same thing to him. So yeah, please read the small print. That's the
Moral of the
lesson.
story is,
Moral of the story.
when drivers were getting the cash reward showing up in their apps and they were going for it for the second time, well, Uber did do the right thing by
Yes, they
paying
did.
them out, even though they didn't have to because they didn't read the fine print.
Yes.
The biggest thing is, though, they probably could have faced some legal challenges saying, well, it shouldn't have showed up in the app to begin with, with that little tiny fine print where most people aren't going to read it, because we've already heard some precedents put forth by judges stating that just you clicking agree on the terms of service doesn't mean you read it if you don't open it up and look at it. And so sometimes you may agree to terms of service, but you can still get out of it by, bringing up that precedence. So there is some play when it comes to it. But the reality is, yes, always read the fine print on these things,
With these
because
companies.
they're always glitching. They're always having problems. And you don't want to do something and then all of a sudden expect that you just did 120 trips that was all minimum fare or very close to it. And you're like, oh, I'm going to make $650. And then that $650 never shows up. So, yeah, you want to make sure you pay attention to these things always.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right. Thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself, Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you get notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right. Drive smart, everyone.